And here we go. 7 return. And the task of blazing the trail here this afternoon falls at the feet of this man. Richard Vogel for Germany with United Touch S. 16.9.2, 17.4, 5A, 5B, 6 and 7B, with a time allowed of 52 seconds. History will be made here in Geneva. And here he goes. And already he's galloping. Look at the ability, look at the height achieved by United Touch. Jumps across at the angle. Now for the turn. Look at the turn, look at the line, gets it right. Didn't work out for him 2 nights ago, but it does on this occasion. Another angled jump to get that turn back to the Credit Suisse fence. It's big, it's wide, but this horse has all the ability and all the scope now to wait into that double of vertical. Stay careful. Richard Vogel, United Touch test, 2 fences away from a double clear in a Rolex Grand Prix. 1 to jump, and now he's galloping all the way down, and we have liftoff here this afternoon. What a way to start. 37.14, and the others have it all to do here this afternoon. Wow. We could have just witnessed greatness, because some of those turns were incredible. How he got up and over those oxers from barely a stride, it is beyond me, but he has done it. And we knew this jump off was going to be quick, but I didn't expect anyone to gamble and risk as much as Richard Vogel did there with United Touch S. And there is some task now for this man, if he is to do the double here this year. But he was tremendous in that Rolex top 10 final 2 nights ago to make history and win it for a 3rd occasion. But can he win this Grand Prix for a 3rd time here this afternoon? The Swissman, Swiss number 1, European champion, Steve Guerdat, Dynamics de Belhem. Silence in the Palexpo Arena. Down on the clock already. But the crowd willing him on. That's a good turn back to the Credit Suisse fence. A second down though on the leader, Richard Vogel. Steve Guerdat, if he's to make history, he has to gamble, but it's gone. And the chance has slipped away, and that is going to be the case, I think, here this afternoon, because the pressure, so much pressure has been applied by Richard Vogel. He was first to go, and he did his thing. And Steve Guerdat tried, but he couldn't catch him. 38.65, a second and a half slower, and 4 faults as well. So for now, Richard Vogel can breathe again, because he still leads, and he will be feeling confident, because Steve Guerdat would have been one of his major challenges here this afternoon. Plenty of people watching on from home, and I know that they think it won't be beaten either. If that round is beaten, it would be the round of the year. Richard Vogel leading, 37.14. 2 down, 5 left to go. And this, the man from Belgium. It's a long time ride for him. And they are going to need all of their knowledge of each other and all of their trust and confidence in each other if they're to catch 37.14. Let's see what they can do. Belgium's Willem Vermeer, IQ Van Het Stentje. Away he goes. And already nowhere near as quick as Richard Vogel and United Touch S. Jumps across the defender vertical at the angle though. Gives the horse plenty of time to that big imposing Oxer at fence number 4. Gets a forward stride into the double and pays the price because the front element goes, and it's 4 now. As Willem Vermeer turns for home, he was going for a steadier double clear, but it hasn't worked out. He's on 4, and he's not as quick as Steve Guerdat, and with that final fence going, it's 8 in total. Willem Vermeer, IQ Van Het Stentje, and it's into 3rd. Steve Guerdat 2nd, Richard Vogel the only clear, but what a clear it was. He leads with United Touch S. And the mistakes are coming, because the pressure is on. The heat is on here in the jump-off for the Rolex Grand Prix of Geneva. Four still to go. Jessica Springsteen, could she do it? She's a real flyer against the clock. Mark McAuley, the Frenchman, Julien Epaillard, and this man for Germany. Riding Checker 47, Christian Kukuk. .37.14, the time to beat. Has to gallop. It's a horse that loves to run and jump, but he can't afford too many bucks, because with each and every one of those bucks it wastes a fraction of a second, and there is no time to be wasted out there when hunting down Richard Vogel and United Touch S. Already almost a second down on the leaders. Two and a half seconds off the pace now. And I think this man has accepted that he won't be winning here this afternoon, but he's gone for a double clear now, and he gets just that. 41.74. Christian Kukuk and Checker 47 go in to second place there, into second for Richard Vogel. Richard Vogel still leading, Christian Kukuk second. But look at the gap between first and second. Tremendous, that round from Richard Vogel. He leads by 4.5 seconds. We knew it was quick. I didn't think it was quite that quick. Three still to go, and they are all challengers, believe you me, but what a challenge faces them here this afternoon. This lady was so quick to win the Grand Prix of London back in August. Could she do it? She'll try, we know that much. For the United States of America, Don Juan van der Donkhoven and Jessica Springsteen. Every time that bell sounds, an eerie silence falls across the Pelexpo Arena. all in awe of what we are witnessing here this afternoon. Germany first and second. She's gone wider to that Rolex fence, but she gets a good angle to assist her, to help her with that turn back. Angle not quite as tight as we saw from Richard Vogel, and she's a second down as she jumps fence 17. And with that fence down as well, Jessica Springsteen won't be winning the Grand Prix here in Geneva, and I think it is really now becoming a battle for second place, because Richard Vogel, I think, has pulled a round out of the bag that is not going to be beaten here this afternoon. So 4 faults there early in the course, another 4 faults late on in the course. 8 in total for Jessica Springsteen. Don Juan van der Donkhoven, 41.13. And another surrenders here in the jump off. Richard Vogel leads, Christian Kukuk second, Steve Guerdat in third. Jessica Springsteen fourth, Wilm Vermeir in fifth. 2 left to go. But still, the Frenchman Julien Epaillard last to go. He could do it if luck is on his side. But what about this man for Ireland, second in the Grand Prix of Lyon? Could he go one better here in the Grand Prix of Geneva? Mark McAuley, GRS, Lady Amaro. The speed of Richard Vogel in United Touch from 1 to 2 was incredible. And again, I think Mark McAuley is going to be around a second off the pace early in the course, half a second in fact, so this is deceptively quick. Still in touch, but losing ground all the time on the leader, Richard Vogel. 41.74 in second. Let's see, could Mark McAuley slot into second place? Yes, he can. 39.77, 2.5 seconds off the leader, Richard Vogel, but it's into second, and a brilliant performance from that man. Clear into second, Mark McAuley, GRS, Lady Amaro. Christian Kukuk now in third, Steve Guerdat fourth, Jessica Springsteen fifth, Wilm Vermeir into sixth. But Richard Vogel leads with 1 left to go. And the week here in Geneva has been building and building. Building to this very moment where we find out the winner of the Rolex Grand Slam Grand Prix of Geneva, and it now becomes a straight shootout between Richard Vogel, who leads, and Julien Epaillard, who is last to go. There wouldn't be many quicker than this man, but he's got a mountain to climb here this afternoon. 37.14 the target. Julien Epaillard, Dubai de Cedra. Has to throw caution to the wind here. And it's gone, and it's gone, and it means that the Rolex Grand Prix here in Geneva is going to Germany's Richard Vogel. What a round it was. We have witnessed something truly incredible here this afternoon, because he was first to go in that jump off against the clock. He knew the 6 that were following him were all talented, all quick, and all capable of producing good rounds. But he threw down a gauntlet that just proved to be unbeatable. As Julian Epaillard jumps the final fence, 39.05, he was still 2 seconds off Richard Vogel's time. The 4 faults as well means he slots into 5th place. But remember the name Richard Vogel and the Stallion United Touch S, because we have just witnessed something truly incredible.